Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me this early Monday morning. I know oftentimes at this time you're looking for maybe the weather update or you're looking for some kind of news. So you got to think of me as giving you your real estate news as you start off the week. So, my name is Andrea Wilson. I am a real estate broker here in Northeast Ohio, and I jump on here every Monday morning at 7 a.m. to give you kind of like your tips and updates as to what's going on here in the real estate market. And today, I'm also including a little bit about wealth building through real estate. So I like to talk about this topic in real estate. Is probably my favorite topic to talk about. It's actually the reason that I got into the real estate business to begin with, to invest in real estate. And it's oftentimes so many agents who are licensed in this business, they operate in the traditional model with their real estate license, and they work with traditional buyers and sellers, but they actually don't even invest in real estate themselves. So, and I think that's very important, even as a real estate agent, that you start to do this. You generate wealth through purchasing and investing in real estate. So thank you for joining me this morning here as I get started. I just want to do one thing real quick. Please forgive me. If you guys have any questions while I am getting situated here, please type them in the chat box. I will answer any questions that you have. And sorry, just want to share this. Okay, I'm all set. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to type it in the chat box. Share this live as well. You never know, it may help someone that you know. So I want to talk about the market first. We'll kind of dive into that. So I read an article just yesterday, actually, where Realtor.com is reporting that the purchases from international buyers has dropped by 16% compared to last year. So I thought that was interesting because for those of you that may be a step outside of the real estate world, you may not realize how this is a huge impact, or it's a win for any of us domestic buyers. So right now we're having an inventory situation where there's not enough housing inventory on the market. And the way that we kind of categorize that, anything less than 6 months of inventory, housing inventory on the market, we deem that as more so a seller's market. And that's absolutely what we're seeing right now. So sellers who are putting their home on the market for sale, they are not only getting what they're asking in most cases, they're actually getting above what they're offering or asking price is. And we're starting to see multiple offers come in, and then that seller is picking from, they have the pick of which homes which offer they want to choose from, which is very different from the market that we just kind of came out of, where values were really down on homes and sellers would do anything and agree to anything pretty much in a contract when it comes to repairs or giving seller concessions just in order to get the home sold. So with that being said, and there already being a low housing inventory on the market, when we talk about foreign or international buyers then coming into the market, you are actually, as a buyer, competing against them in the marketplace. And with the number being down, it actually helps you guys out if you're thinking about buying a home, whether you're buying a traditional home, as for you and your family to live in, or if you want to invest in real estate. I'm guessing it has to do with the coronavirus, just like here in the US, the world, it was dealing with this pandemic. And so it probably gave a level of uncertainty, and maybe they've been out of work as well. So they've tried to slow down on their investments that they're buying here in the US. So if you're thinking about buying, it definitely is a good time to buy, because one of the other things that we are seeing is that interest rates are at an all-time low. We don't know how long this is going to take place. I'm guessing it probably will remain steady throughout the election. until we get past that point. But we want to focus on buying now while we know the interest rates are low, while the market may not be as competitive, because there's still a number of people who may be furloughed or laid off who wanted to buy, who now cannot buy due to the coronavirus. So that's just something to think about. Everything is always really about strategy and making sure and moving forward as to what makes the most sense. So, the other thing that I want to talk about is today's wealth building strategy. So I'm going to share a slide with you guys. If you give me 1 second here. I'm sorry, it doesn't want to open for me. It doesn't want to open. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing that for now because I can't get it open. Okay, let me try this again. Sorry, little technical difficulties. I think I got you this time though. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so today I want to talk about cash out refinance versus a HELOC. So I work with a number of real estate investors, people who want to get into the business of investing in real estate. And so one of the things that always people are interested in is pulling out or being the ability to be able to do more deals. And so, we all run out of cash at some point, or you may only have enough cash to do one deal, right? Or if you go out and you get a loan, you may only be able to get an initial loan for just one deal. So how do we maximize that? The way that we're able to maximize that is using this method, cash out refinance or a HELOC. So first, that cash out refinance, let me just explain a little bit what that is. So as you begin to, when you have a mortgage on a home and you begin to either pay down that mortgage of the home, you begin to build equity. That's the difference between the loan that you have on the property and what the value of the home is. So that difference in there is going to be that equity that's in your home. So oftentimes some people will purchase a home and they have immediate equity. They came into the market at the right time, or maybe that seller needed to get out of the house just very quickly. So you immediately had some equity in there. Or you purchase a home that maybe it was a bank-owned property, so it wasn't in the best shape. You went in, you made renovations on the home, and as a result of making those renovations, you have now increased the value. So one of the things that you can do then is to have the home reevaluated, reappraised at that point, and you can do a cash out refinance. So there are lenders that you can go out to. You can talk to them, fill out a loan application on that refinance, and then you can pull that cash out of the property and then be able to take that money and either invest it back into that property. Maybe there's some additional things that you want to do, or you can then take that money and then move on to your next project and be able to purchase that next project. So typically you're doing that refinance with a longer term loan. So you already have your 30-year mortgage in place, and then you're typically refinancing for that longer period of time. So the other option that you can do is this HELOC. So the HELOC, what that stands for is a home equity line of credit. So what's nice about the HELOC is it's a line of credit. So you can pull down as little or a lot at a time. There's no requirement that you have to take all of it. So if in that HELOC you got $40,000 is what you pull down on that line, you can pull out some money to repair a roof. So then you have that, you draw on that money, you can pay it back. Or if you wanted to pull down some money to go purchase another property, you can do that. That line is pretty much always available to you. It can be done in a short period of time of 2, 3, 5 years. And that's really totally up to you. One of the main advantages of a HELOC over a cash out refinance is going to be the fees. Usually on a refinance, your fees are going to be a lot higher. It's like closing on a traditional loan, whereas the HELOC, you will have some fees, some closing fees in there, but it will not be as high as dealing with your cash out refinance. So you want to take a moment and kind of familiarize with both of these methods. If this is something like you already have a property, you're trying to figure out where can you get some additional cash to do your next deals. Either one of these options are a definitely good option for you, but one may work better for you. And this is something that you definitely want to look into and see what makes the most sense. Again, with that HELOC, it's there available. It's a line of credit. You can drop down as little or as much as you would like to. The nice thing about it as well, you're only paying that interest on the amount of money that you're being used. So say you did need to purchase or redo a roof on your house, then you pay for that roof, but then you're only paying the fees that are on that roof. Versus on the refinance, it's kind of like you're one and done. You get that money, you do what you have to do, and then you're just paying that money back. So I'm just trying to go over. So the refinance, you're typically looking at about 30 years, and then the HELOC is usually that 2 or 5 years or longer. So both of these can offer great opportunities for you. As a real estate investor, usually your biggest challenges is finding some additional money. So this is your tip for today on what you can do or ways to find some additional money for your next project. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to type your questions in the chat box. I would love to have a further conversation about your home equity line of credit or doing a cash out refinance on your product. I can definitely connect you with a loan officer to help get you going with either one of those. And if you are not already, please like or subscribe to my Facebook or YouTube channel. And hit the bell for notifications so you know when I'm going live. I like to share and give you a lot of useful information to prepare you for the real estate world here in the Cleveland market. And so I am here. You can call our office at 216-220-7886. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Have a wonderful Monday, and thank you for joining me.